Hey guys, I just wanted to take just a minute and just kind of share my heart with you guys. I know through the year things get chaotic. A lot of you guys don't see me as much. A lot of stuff has just grown, and we're super excited about what God's doing in our program. But also kind of just want to share with you kind of my vision and where we're going, and kind of so you can make sure that this is the proper place for your child and where you want to invest in his future. Um, we started this whole thing, geez, 4 or 5 years ago, as just this ministry to 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 just pour into kids. I mean, a lot of you guys know the story of Irish baseball. We had one team, we had two teams, it was just me and Z. And now we're looking at it this coming year as, over 200 kids, and now we're going to be in Miami and North Georgia and North Carolina and South Carolina, and there's this huge spread of kids and talent, and we're super excited about what God's doing and how to impact those kids individually, and the men that God has brought to be able to get us involved. Jonathan Johnson, who has just been fantastic for us as a pitching guy and a spiritual guy, and Nate Bowen, who we brought from Georgia, and now Jeff Moyer, who's going to be running a group out of Georgia, and Coach Pollock, who runs a group out of Georgia, and Robert Hernandez, that'll be running a group out of South Florida, and all these guys that God has brought into the fold to really create this awesome thing that can not just be about baseball and getting kids to the next level, but can be about making kids into men, and really being who God has made them to be. So as we go into this next season, and you're talking over with your parents and your kids on whether this is the right move for you, I just want you to know we want to do whatever is in our power to be able to make your kid successful at the next level, from a development standpoint, to getting him the right fit in school, to also just seeking out who God has made him to be and what God has for him. And I tell so many kids now that are trying to go to the next level, it's not, not necessarily what is your dream, but what has God set forth for you? Like, where does he want you to go? Have you sought him on this decision? Is this somewhere where you can be happy? Is this somewhere where you can have a good experience? And all those things we want to really get across to the kid. And I know all you guys are thinking, okay, where's my kid going to go to school, and how are we going to get him there? And I think we need to flip that. I think we need to be different. I think it needs to be, how can we help your kid become the player and the man that he needs to be able to have success at the next level, and have success in a school, and be the player that he needs to be to get the looks that he wants. And I know every kid wants to be a Carolina Clemson kid. You grow up in South Carolina and you want to be a Carolina Clemson kid. But it's our job to find the best fit for that individual kid, whether that be in a small school in Georgia, or a small school in Virginia, or we've sent kids to Pennsylvania, or whether that be at a USC Clemson. What is the best fit for him, and where does God want him in the future, and what's the best fit for you guys financially, and all those things play a role into what we're trying to do here. And I promise you, and I urge you, that we're trying to set your kids up for the best experience and the best future possible. And I know with all the kids and all the talent that comes in, it's difficult sometimes to navigate that, and to understand that, my kid does need to be placed here in this scenario because this is where he can be successful, or he doesn't need to be placed here because this is where he can be successful. And being able to humble ourselves to say that, hey, my kid's in a safe place where he's going to be taken care of. And that's why I started this whole thing, for you to be able to turn your kids over to people and men who cared about them, who you knew was going to pour into them, who you knew was going to teach them the game, but also teach them life, and who you knew had their best interest at heart. And I love I love everything about it, and it wakes me up every day. But honestly, what wakes me up every day is not just teaching a kid to swing, because a lot of people can do that. But it's teaching the kid to swing and teaching him how powerful, God is and how powerful they can be as men. And God, that's our passion, guys. And I never want to lose that. I never want to get away from that. Like, we're going to dive in more into even some spiritual stuff this year. We're going to do little things differently as we grow and we have these growing pains. We understand how to manipulate stuff better. My plan for the schedule-wise, and a lot of people ask about that, is to go heavy June as far as your big events that you guys want to play in, and then go more into scout days and showcases in the month of July into August even. I feel like we just get a little more traction there. We can partner up with some groups that we've really grown close with, which we've spoke with Billy Wagner's group. We spoke with Purpose Driven about doing stuff, Heat about doing stuff, Scorpions about doing stuff, that we can get together and really just give our kids the best opportunity possible for their goals to be met, and set them up the best possible so that they can have the best experience. I just want you guys to know I love your kids, and I love this program, and I want this to be fantastic. And this could never be possible without you and your kids and your heart and your belief in us and our program and what we have to offer your boys. And I just thank you for your commitment to us, your loyalty to us, everything that you've done to make this dream and vision a reality here at Body Shop. Thank you for everything.